You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 3rd of July. Don't add fuel to fire, PM Modi warns opposition on conflict in Manipur. Survivors recount horror of India's stampede that killed over 120 people. And Taliban should not be ignored as Afghanistan's rulers, says Russia to UN. And now for all the details. Speaking on the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Rajya Sabha, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi affirmed that the central government is making efforts to normalize the situation in the northeastern state of Manipur, which has been witnessing ethnic violence since last year. PM Modi, attacking the opposition Congress party, stated that it had imposed President's rule in Manipur 10 times. He further called on the opposition leaders to cooperate with the government to restore peace in the state.
मणिपुर की स्थिति सामान्य करने के लिए सरकार निरंतर प्रयासरत है। वहां जो कुछ भी घटनाएं घटी, 11,000 से ज्यादा एफआईआर की गई है। मणिपुर छोटा सा राज्य है, 11,000 एफआईआर की गई है। 500 से ज्यादा लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, इस बात को भी हमें स्वीकार करना होगा कि मणिपुर में लगातार हिंसा की घटनाएं कम होती जा रही है।
Meanwhile, the opposition lawmakers staged a walkout, blaming that the leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge, was not allowed to speak. Kharge said Modi has a habit to mislead people and say things beyond truth. PM Modi said they are running away as they cannot hear the truth. The BJP-led NDA formed its third successive government following the Lok Sabha polls. While the ruling India Alliance won 293 seats, the opposition India Bloc won 243 seats.
और उनकी आदत है कि झूठ बोलना, लोगों को भ्रमित करना और जो सत्य के जो विरोध में बात करना, ये उनकी आदत है। और मैंने सिर्फ उनको इतना ही पूछा कि जब वो संविधान के बारे में बोले कि आज लोग संविधान के लिए बचाने के लिए डंडोरा पीट रहे हैं, ऐसी बात उन्होंने कही। तो हमने ये कहा, देखो संविधान तो आप नहीं बनाए, संविधान के आप विरोधी थे।
In a tragic incident, at least 121 people lost their lives and 35 were injured on Tuesday in a stampede at a Hindu religious congregation in Hathras district of northern India. A police report said the number of people present at the event was more than triple the permitted capacity. Most of the dead were women along with several children, according to state officials. The report described a scene of utter chaos when the preacher at the congregation, Suraj Pal, also known as Bhole Baba, was leaving in his car. Thousands of devotees shouted and ran towards the car, crushing others still sitting in the gathering. Some people also fell into an adjacent field of slush and mud and were trampled there. Survivors from the incident recounted the horror and chaos at the event and said anyone who fell did not get up, was trampled by the crowd and died.
सत्संग खत्म हो चुका, एकदम भगदड़ मची है। जो इंसान गिर गया वो उठो ही ना, फिर कुचल कुचल के सब मर गए।
अस्पताल में मेरी बेटी सही आई है बिल्कुल, और उनके लिए मेरी बेटी ने पानी भी पिलाया है, सबको पानी डाला है सबके मुंह में। और तब मेरी बेटी ने फोन किया है कि मामा मैं अस्पताल में आ गई हूँ। तो क्या कहते, जब तक मेरे भाई जी पहुंचे तब तक वो मेरी बेटी खत्म मिली है।
Police forensic teams on Wednesday conducted investigations at the site of the deadly stampede. Forensics personnel and police with sniffer dogs were seen collecting evidence. A case has been filed against the organizers, but not the preacher.
देखिए, बड़ी ही दुखद घटना है और हाथरस में जिस तरह से रात भर हम सब लोग हर एक चीज़ की अपडेट लेते रहे हैं, अभी तक जो मृतक लोगों की संख्या है वो बड़ा ही दुखद है और 121 लोग अभी तक जिनकी पुष्टि हो गई है जो मृतक हैं और 35 लोग लगभग घायल।
Moving on, Pakistan's minority Christian community on Tuesday held a protest in Karachi against the death sentence awarded by a court to a Christian man for sharing blasphemous content on social media. A report.
Dozens of men and women from Pakistan's minority Christian community on Tuesday staged a protest in Karachi against the death sentence awarded by a court to a Christian man over blasphemy charges. A court in the city of Sahiwal in Punjab province on June 29 sentenced Ehsan Shan Masih to death for sharing blasphemous content on social media after a mob attacked on Christians last year in Jaranwala. The protest was organized by the Christian Community, Minority Rights March and Civil Society outside Karachi Press Club.
डिमांड हमारी सदर पाकिस्तान से, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान से, आर्मी चीफ से और वज़ीर आज़म पाकिस्तान से है कि इस बच्चे को फौरी तौर पर इंसाफ दिया जाए, इस केस को फिलफौर ख़त्म किया जाए और जिन लोगों ने दर हकीकत जड़ावाला में तबाहकारी की, मजहबी दहशत गर्दी की, उनको वाकई सजा दी जाए।
ये जो शान मसीह साहिवाल एंटी टेररिज्म कोर्ट ने उसको सजाए मौत सुनाई है, इस फैसले से हम मुतमिन नहीं हैं और ना सिर्फ पाकिस्तान की सारी अक़लियतें बल्कि मसीही जहाँ जहाँ आबाद हैं उन तक ये फैसला पहुँचा। उन्होंने सदाए एहतजाज बुलंद किया।
In August 2023, a Muslim crowd vandalized several churches and set scores of houses on fire in Jaranwala after accusing two members of the Christian community of desecrating the Quran. Police and residents said the attack started after someone took allegedly desecrated pages of Quran to a mosque prayer leader, which was followed by announcements calling for punishment.
Meanwhile, residents in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir have demanded urgent road repairs. They blame the administration has been neglecting infrastructure development and that no funds were allocated for it in the recent budget.
Locals in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir have lamented poor road connectivity is affecting their daily lives and the tourism-dependent economy of the region. They blame the administration has been constantly neglecting infrastructure development, which has become evident in the recent budget allocation. Distressed residents and leaders held a press conference and demanded that the government repair roads as soon as possible.
बजट जो मौजूदा हुआ है 6 अरब रुपया इस वक्त महकमा शहाद के लिए रखे गए। वज़ीर आज़म जब बाल तशरीफ लाए हम उनसे मिले, हमें उन्होंने ये गुजारिश की थी कि मुझे अगर वफाक ने बजट दिया तो जो बजट होगा उसमें आपकी जो स्कीम है या जो इसके लिए जो फंड्स हैं एलोकेशन करें। वफाक ने जो हमारा नॉर्मल का बजट था वो तो पूरा जो बजट बुक ये बता रही है कि 44 अरब या 41 अरब जो था उसके मुताबिक तो इनके पास वो रिलीज या जो कुछ उन्होंने वो पेश कर दी है, लेकिन जो बजट बुक अब बता रही है उसमें आज के दिन तक हमारी सड़क के लिए कोई फंड्स एलोकेशन नहीं की गई।
Residents highlight that even when some amount is spent on road infrastructure, the material used is of such poor quality that the roads get washed away in a single rain. They accuse the Stooge administration in the occupied region is least bothered and pays no heed to their clamoring voices.
हमने इखलाकी अपनी तमाम जुदें हुकूमती इदारों के साथ, हुकूमत के साथ पूरी कर ली। हमने उन सबको एक एक करके कहा कि ये हमारा मसला है, इसके लिए आप कोई चीज़ करें, लेकिन बदकिस्मती ये है कि आज तक इसके लिए कोई बात। और एक और अलमिया दूसरा अलमिया ये है कि एक हमारा सुदर गली में 1 किलोमीटर सड़क जो थी वो आज से तकरीबन 3 साल पहले उसका टेंडर हुआ और वो टेंडर होके रात जब उनका हम सोटाला गए हुए थे वहाँ और उसके अलावा भी वहाँ अभी तक काम शुरू नहीं हो सका।
And Russia on Tuesday once again said that the Taliban are the current rulers of Afghanistan and no one can ignore this fact. Russia's permanent representative to the United Nations, Vasily Nebenzia, said that whether the world likes it or not, but Taliban is ruling Afghanistan now and one has to recognize this fact. He also expressed happiness over the recent Doha meeting where a Taliban delegation was invited. Earlier, Russian President Vladimir Putin also emphasized on building ties with the Taliban regime and said that everybody knows about the problems people face in Afghanistan and only solution to that is to recognize the regime. Last month, Kazakhstan officially removed the Taliban from its list of terrorist organizations. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Tuesday said that her country's ties with India could be seen as a model of bilateral ties for the South Asian region as she met Indian Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh Tripathi. The top Navy official is on a 5-day visit to Bangladesh with an aim to consolidate bilateral defense engagement and explore new avenues of maritime cooperation. Hasina said that two neighbors have resolved pending issues of land and maritime boundaries, which were among other issues to set an example of bilateral ties. Notably, Hasina visited New Delhi last month. She asserted that the outcome of her talks with the Indian leadership will play a pivotal role in bolstering bilateral ties and opening up new areas of cooperation. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.